Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Oh, one moment. And enjoy the video. Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you may on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Tennessee, Shuichi's Path. So everybody, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes while entertaining you. Let's jump right in. Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Okay. Right. Sorry. I'm heading to class. But wait, you haven't even told me why you were late. It's not a big deal. I decided to review some of my notes before I got ready for class and lost track of time. Gah, really? That's the kind of reaction I was expecting. Yeah, really. What's so bad about that? Now I'm the only slacker in the group. I mean, come on, you were late to class because you were studying. Where did that come from? What, are you telling me you only liked hanging around me so much was because I didn't drag you to study like the others would? Who knows, that might be it. June giggles, his tail slowly swishing back and forth behind him. I'm going to class. Oh, I'm going with you. The hell you are. You can go alone for all I care. That'll teach you to be a smartass. Hang on, I didn't mean it like that. I quickly spin around on my heels, walking away at a brisk pace, leaving the tiger hurrying to catch up to me. I definitely have a satisfied smile on my face as I do. No one can take that away from me. A few hours later, despite the previous setback with my nearly being late to class, I made sure to watch all my classes intently and take notes as thoroughly as I can. When I first started this up again, I was already exhausted and with a headache by now, but it's been getting easier with every single day I go through it. It's actually pretty satisfying to notice that. And speaking of something else that's satisfying... Could you stop pouting? I'm not pouting, I'm sighing. There's a difference. Both are annoying. Cut it out. Ever since Keikon's birthday party, Saya-chan started going to his classroom every day to drag him over so he'd have lunch with us. He always looks so awkward through it, too, looking around uncomfortably like he expects someone to jump out and judge him for being somewhere he's not supposed to go. It's pretty cute. How many times do I have to tell you that it's not a big deal? Shuichi and I don't belong in this class either, but here we are. That's different. You two are seniors. You actually belong in this floor. There's no such thing as a floor that only one grade is allowed to go to. Sure there is. Says who? The writing on the door that says third year. Well, it actually says 3A, 3B, and so on, but that's not the case. Dude, you have got to chill out. Keisuke-chan, I didn't know you were so self-conscious. You're usually pretty confident. I'm confident about the things I know are right. If I'm doing something that's clearly wrong, then of course I'll be self-conscious. I'm sorry if my discomfort bothers you. Oh, it doesn't bother me at all. It's actually pretty cute. What? Huh? Excuse me, Arushiara. I think I saw your self-respect get left behind somewhere around that corner. Buzz off. Buzz buzz. I hate you. Okay, guys, this is cruel. Let's just change the subject before he has a meltdown. Thank you. You're welcome. Since we're changing subjects anyway, how about we catch up? What have you guys been up to lately? Do you have any plans for the weekend or something like that? Well, Oh yeah, I do. Well, there he goes, not even noticing he completely cut Keikon off. He's been so much more full of energy since he met up with his mom again. All of a sudden making plans to visit, talking about her and how things changed in her life the past few years. He's like a little kid. We actually made plans to go to Tokyo over the weekend. I found out one of her favorite plays is being performed there in this huge venue, so I bought tickets for the three of us to go. The three of you? Yeah, Hitoka's coming too, of course. Saya-chan raises me an eyebrow, shooting me a quizzical look. I try my best to signal for her to drop it without saying any words, already being plenty aware of what she's thinking. Shuichi is finally reconnecting with that side of his family for the first time since his parents' divorce. We might be dating, but I don't want to encroach in their business. Well, I do, but I have enough respect for him not to. I'll only jump in if I think he could use my help. That should be more than enough. Besides, if he lets me see him looking this excited, then all the trouble I went through to get through that thick skull of his was worth it. I'm glad you reconnected with them. Hitoka-chan was one thing since you at least still texted and saw each other in school, but I know it meant a lot to you to talk to your mom again. It did. It was such a big weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm really happy for you, Irata. I've been saying for a while that you could use a break. Me too. Plus, Hitoka-chan has been so much more lively when we chat lately. I think it's safe to say she's happy. Oh, me too. I'm happy for you too. It's not a competition. You don't need to say it out loud just because the others did. But... Thank you, guys. It means a lot to me. It really does. Good. Maybe this will teach you something about being a hard-headed idiot, and you won't stand by so long without doing anything next time you have an issue like that. That's a good point. That was a little uncalled for. You think? You think? I'm just being honest. More like being blunt to the point of no tact. It's alright. I suppose I do have a habit of being paralyzed by my fears when something is really important to me. Shuichi shoots me a quick look, his eyes almost sparkling as his whole gaze softens, his lips curling up slightly in a smile. That keeps me from being honest about how I feel sometimes. Huh? Well, the way he just looked at me, it's too much. You're definitely not allowed to look at me like that in public. Hope no one else noticed that. I know what you mean. Saya-chan, that's not helping! Yeah, I can imagine too. To be completely fair, that's a very common issue. I wouldn't hold it against myself too terribly much. I can be the same way. True. Thanks, Urushiera. You're quite welcome. Still, I'm kind of surprised Takahiko-san gave you permission to even do that in the first place. Didn't you say he's really strict with you on your curfew and on keeping up with your studies? That's true, but he's been pretty permissive whenever it's something involving Mom. Really? That's pretty nice of him. Yeah, it really is. Though it still does little to fix the bitter image I have of him right now, considering the last time I saw him. Yeah, it is. I think on some level he still feels guilty over what happened in the divorce. Oh, right. There's that. Whatever. It's not important anyway. So long as I get to spend more time with Mom, I'm not complaining. You must really like your mother. Of course I do. I love her. You have no idea how much I've missed her these past few years. I can empathize with that. Ah, my bad. I'd forgotten about... You don't have to worry about it. I'm still happy for you, regardless of my own situation on the matter. I'm capable of not being completely selfish, you know. That's not what I... Keiken reaches across the table, giving Shuichi a few light taps on the shoulder, a reassuring smile on his face. You worry too much. Just be happy over the improvement in your situation. That's all I can ask for. Right. Thanks again. You really are a lot more mature than I give you credit for. Stating the obvious, but thank you. Is it too late for me to take back my compliment? Yes, you officially love me now. Not sure I'd go that far. And what about you guys? Is there anything new on your end? I don't know if it counts as news. I've been working on my college application. College application? That's surprisingly down to earth. It's something I need to think of. The whole reason I got back into competing was so that I could have a better chance of joining my choice school. Sure, I could apply with just my original compositions in my competitions from 7 years ago in my academic curriculum, but that place is notoriously hard to get into. I doubt it would be enough. What kind of school are you trying to get into where that's not enough for acceptance? The Cologne University of Music. What? Whoa! Gosh dang it, Bobby. What's wrong, Keiken? Is that someplace really impressive or something? I've never heard of it. Seriously, how uncultured can you guys get? The Cologne University of Music is one of the finest educational institutions pertaining to music in the whole world. Whoa, really? So it's like Harvard or something? Harvard wishes? I don't mean to be a downer, but please tell me you have other options. Of course I do. I'm not a moron. Thank God. What are they? Berlin's Hans Eisler Academy of Music and Juilliard? Huh? I'm guessing from the reaction that all of these are impressive. Why are all of your options good enough to be first-choice dream schools for musicians? Do you not understand the concept of a safety option? Why are you getting mad at me? Damn it, I didn't know you had such ambitious dreams. Right? I never would have guessed from how much you tend to slack off in school. I'm trying my best, okay? Oh man, I really need time to breathe. This was too much. Sorry for losing it on you. It's okay, I get it. I know I'm aiming pretty high. Do you think you can really get in? I know your grades aren't exactly the best. June sputters, his tail shooting up behind him. Well, I'm hoping that my musical achievements are enough to make up for that. For your sake, I really hope that's the case. Come on, ease up a bit. You can't really blame him. If you have big plans when it comes to college, why shouldn't you want to go to some place like that? I know that, but everyone should at least be realistic about their odds. These schools all receive dozens of thousands of applicants for just a handful of openings, especially if you want to get a scholarship with them. Having a safety school is a must. My dad doesn't really agree with you on that. I'm afraid of asking, but what does that even mean? Oh, just that he makes me study a lot through A lot through past college exams for the universities I'm supposed to apply to. Supposed to? It's not like I'm the one who picked them. He came up with a list of universities I should pick all by myself. And since most colleges publicize their past exams for applicants to study by them, I've been using the ones from the past 7 years extensively. He would then go over them and grade me using the answer sheets. Yeesh. That hits way too close to home. I don't like that. What about you, Urashihara? Any news? I'm focusing on trying to compose a new song for the band for the most part. Trying to meet their expectations while keeping up with my own studies and training for the company is also a pain in the ass. My father ascribes to a similar philosophy as yours. Really? So you know what it's like? Yep. The only difference is I never got paid for the work I've been made to do for the company, since he says I'll eventually own the company anyway. I'm sure that's just an excuse so he can have free labor. How can he be such a Scrooge when he makes so much money I'll never get? You say that, but your allowance would easily put most working adults in the world to shame. Yeah, right, about that. What about it? Nothing, it's not important, just a nitpick. Really? It sounded important. Not really, I was just going to remark that you can't really trust anyone in this kind of corporate environment. A lot of people will do whatever it takes to climb the social climb. Watch your back, Arata. Holy crap, because that's sad, that's not ominous at all. Yeah, where did that come from? I'm just looking out for a friend is all. What's wrong? Why is everyone not quiet all of a sudden? It's nothing, don't worry about it. Did I kill the conversation? No one dares speak up in disagreement. Sorry, I really didn't mean to. It's fine, this kind of thing happens. Yeah, you were just updating us on what's new in your life. I'm the one who's sorry that I asked. Thankfully, the awkward mood doesn't seem to last all that long. Junakun quickly changes the subject to something else, and soon we're whisked away into a conversation about something completely unrelated. That seems to be the case more often than not whenever the tiger is involved. Still, I can't shake off this awkward feeling I have. Hearing them talk about college plans like that, even Jun is thinking seriously about his future. Saya-chan might not have college plans, but she's already figured out everything she wants to do. Me, on the other hand, I've been coasting by and using my career as an excuse to not have to think about it. When I look at it like that, it's become pretty clear that I'm the outlier in this group. And now that I'm aware of it, it just starts bothering me more and more. One second, guys. Adjusting my sitting posture. You get slid over here. There we go. Maybe I'll try asking Saya-chan about it before practice. Excuse me. I don't know what to make of the offer I got, but maybe she'll know something. If anything, I can at least ask if she's gotten a few others like that herself. What do you think, Yuichi-san? Huh? Me? Sorry, what were we talking about? You weren't paying attention? That's a bit rude. Sorry, I was thinking some stuff over and spaced out. You always do that. Then you really shouldn't be acting so surprised about it, should you? Okay, so Mizuguchi-san was asking us about... The rest of lunch break carries on as usual, with rapid-fire conversations that only pauses every now and again while someone chews on their food. And soon enough, that too also comes to an end. A few hours later, heading into the gym building, I decide to wait by the entrance so I can talk to Saya before we head inside. I even made sure to already have all my things organized inside my bag before the bell rang to make sure I could arrive here before she did. She tends to be the type She tends to be the type that starts acting weird as soon as she walks into the courts, so I'd much rather have a talk with her when the two of us are still outside. Hey, Yuichi-kun, what are you doing walking outside by the girls' entrance? I was hoping to talk to you, actually. Me? Oh crap, what did I do? What did you do this time? Why are you immediately assuming I did something? Because that's usually always the case. Hey, I rarely ever get in trouble. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't do anything. I just wanted your opinion on something important. I'm not convinced, but go ahead. Could you at least try to pretend like you have an ounce of faith in me? So, I guess it was mostly the conversation we were having at lunch that got me curious, and I figured you'd be the best person to ask. The conversation at lunch? You're gonna have to be more specific than that. When they were talking about college applications and stuff, you didn't say anything on the subject, and it got me wondering if you'd even gotten any kind of offers and whatnot. Like, I know there are a lot of colleges out there that would love to have an accomplished player on their roster and might reach out to you with scholarships to try and get you to join. Yeah, that sort of thing happens sometimes. I got a few like that. Really? How come you never brought it up? She shrugs, acting like the whole thing were no big deal. Not like we were talking about offers worth millions of yen. There's no point. I already had career plans decided for years. You and I are going to go pro together and head to America. I'm not gonna abandon you to go get some random degree in England or Australia or whatever just because of a free ride. Oh, right, yeah, that's very considerate of you. Well, crap, I hadn't even thought about how this offer might affect Saya. I feel like an ass for even considering it. Just out of curiosity, how many offers have you gotten so far? Give me a minute. She starts mumbling something I can't hear under her breath, staring off into space for a few seconds while trying to recall the information. It's been, what, about 5? Unless I'm forgetting one. What, 5? How come you got 5 when I never got 1? I mean, yeah, I'm not going to pretend you're not an amazing player, but still, what the hell? What's with this huge difference in treatment? Wow, damn, you're really popular. Good for you. Really popular? It's not like I get any more recognition than you do, one would think. If you say so. Either way, thanks for answering my question. Sure, no problem. Talk to you again during practice. By the way, would you be okay with playing another match? God, really? Again? You really are petty, aren't you? Can't leave things off like this. I refuse on a matter of pride. I played 11 sets against you and only managed to win a single one so far. I can't let things stay this one-sided. What? Are you afraid of a little challenge? Kinda. Wait, what? I was just joking! Yeah, I know. It's true, though. It's scary how fast you're catching up to me. We only started playing against each other a week ago, and you went from not keeping up to giving me more trouble than I've had in the national competition. It's terrifying. Kinda feels like you're some kind of predator stalking me. Jeez, I didn't know I made you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Nah, it's fine. That's how a tennis player's supposed to be. I'm just not used to seeing you be like that anymore since you've been in a slump for so long. I'd rather see you being crazy competitive than lazing around again. I just never thought I'd have that kind of hunger toward turned on me. Huh, I guess it is like kind of a hunger. It's a good way to put it. I wonder how she'd react if I said something like, rabbit. Why do I always think of terrible jokes? Just don't make me start playing 5-set matches against you every day. That would get exhausting very fast. You don't get to say that. You're the stamina monster that's constantly running me ragged when we play. Just because I can handle it better than you doesn't mean I'm not suffering from exhaustion all the same, you know. Alright then. I won't make you play 5-set matches with me every day. Promise. Because I'll eventually start beating you in straight sets. Then you won't need to complain about being tired. Oh yeah? Bring it, bitch! Ha! She's just as easy to rile up as I remember. I should keep her from complaining for too much about playing against me from now on. I'll see you inside. Get ready to have your ass kicked. Just remember, we're still talking about tennis here, okay? Ah, there she goes, stomping away without listening to a single word I said. Okay, geez, maybe I did a bit too good of a job at pissing her off. Just might end up regretting talking too much. Well, this is going to be a hell of my own creation. No point delaying it. I'll just head inside and take it like a man. You're definitely, skilled in that regard. A few hours later, my whole body hurts a lot more than I would have hoped for. Even just playing a single match a day against Saya-chan is exhausting. At least I'm making progress. Managed to steal a single set from her again today. Still lost 3-1. Alright, guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell if it's super thanks, or if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!